Good afternoon. We're so excited to be here for a virtual brunch with Patti Callahan Henry as she gets ready for a marathon week of her to celebrate the publication of Once Upon a Wardrobe. And I can't think of a better way to begin talking to Patti than this.
Yay!
Once upon a wardrobe, not very long ago, and not very far away, Patti Callahan Henry began what has become an amazing novel, and we want to hear all about it and how you're feeling today as you start your pub week.
Oh, well, first of all, look at you guys. Mine's in the car.
We'll do it for you.
You're better than I am right now. Trust me. I am feeling incredibly grateful, albeit a little exhausted, because as you know, I went to see my newborn granddaughter and then hit the ground running. But to start with our friends in Fiction Crew, I mean, it sets the tone for everything. It makes me so grateful. I had an event Friday night in a place called Fairhope, Alabama, one of my favorite little towns. And it's where I always, start. And half the people there watch us, know us, are, and remind me again and again that we feel like family, right? One lady said to me, jokingly, but I'm surprised you don't know my name because I'm with you every week. So to start this way is a reminder of all that is good in the book community. So thank you. This is fun.
We are so excited for you and this book to come out. I can't wait for the magical door to open on Tuesday and everyone to fall in love with this book.
Thank you.
And I already have. Oh my gosh.
You wrote to me. It was so sweet.
I finished it Friday night. And I have to tell you, I don't want to turn this into like a weepy thing, but I want to share with you something that just meant so much to me Friday night as I was finishing it. And
look at me already. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I may cry too, because it's just that place I am in my grief process.
I have my tissues ready. It's
talking about it. Meg says, grief is the price I paid for loving fiercely. And that was okay because there was no other choice but to love fiercely and fully. And that just really spoke to me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Brenda called me and
I'm speaking to a literacy council tonight and in North Carolina. And one of the things I'm starting off with is just a reminder to everyone that logic isn't what hits us in the heart like that, y'all. I mean, Brenda, that's not logic that hits you like that, right? It's story and understanding that might be a line, but it's also the truth, and we, this has been a tough 19 months, man.
Yeah.
It sure
we've
has.
all lost things. You've lost, the love of your life, which is about the biggest grief there is. Ask C.S. Lewis, right? But I think that, we have two choices. We get to love fiercely or shut down and hope we don't get hurt. So.
Absolutely. And I think I'm going off script, but I saw so many. I'm sorry, Lisa.
No, this is why we do this.
I don't
real
have
and it's honest, and that's what people love.
Go for it.
Well, in truth, we didn't have exactly a script, but I'm kind of going off on my path. But I wanted people who are watching and who are going to watch later to know your feelings about this, because in the book it was clear that where did Narnia come from was a very complicated question.
Yes. And
so when people ask you, where did Once Upon a Wardrobe come from, how are you explaining it?
I always sort of laugh because it's so meta, right? How do I tell
exactly
story? Right? How do I tell the origin story about a book that's about an origin story?
Origin story, I know.
Yeah. So, and y'all know, because you're with us every week, it's my favorite question to ask authors, like, where did it come from? What was the seed? Because to me, origin stories are as interesting as the stories themselves. And every culture in the world has an origin story. From the Celts to the Hindus to the Christians, every culture in the world tried to explain how the world came to exist. And in many ways, Narnia is its own world. And so, even though the question of this specific book for this specific time is where did Narnia come from? The real question I was asking is, where do stories come from? And as we all know, the universal rests in the specific, and the specific is where does Narnia come from? But the book is about way more than Narnia. In fact, you don't even have to know Narnia or have read it or anything. It's really about where do stories come from and what do they mean in our lives?
Exactly.
But I didn't answer your question. So the origin is.
Well, yes, you did, but go ahead.
Did, but super quick. Like if I have to look back at a seed, like if I have to say, well, maybe that was a first seed. Number one, reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe as a child, and then to my children and all of that. But then honestly, it was my high school Latin and study of mythology that gave me this interest in origin stories. And then when I was writing and researching Becoming Mrs. Lewis, I could see all these tiny little breadcrumbs of the author's life in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe that nobody had ever told me about. Now, granted, I'm not a Narnia scholar by a million miles, but I'd never heard anyone say this little thing in his life can be loosely tied to this very obvious thing here. And I wanted to show that. So that is the kind of germ of the idea. Of course, it grew from there, but.
Well, and I can't even imagine how much research was involved, and you outlined some of that, but it is just an astonishing amount of research. And also just to capture the flavor of what the Narnia books were like in that time period is so cool.
Let me tell you something really cool.
Yeah.
We didn't realize it when we made My Pub Day, but The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe burst onto the scene exactly 71 years ago today.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
That's amazing.
This week. And
that is amazing.
And we have to remember, like you said about the time period, Brenda, we have to remember that nobody knew it was going to be this 7-series chronicles. Nobody knew what was to be of it. It was this quiet book written by an Oxford professor and illustrated by a famous artist named Pauline Baynes. And these beautiful illustrations came out with this beautiful book, and it just burst onto the scene. And then there were 6 more. He wrote one a year for 7 years in a row.
Wow. That's so cool.
That's amazing. And I'm now wishing that I was somewhere else in the house, because I was going to grab my box set, which would have been from probably 1970.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I can't find mine. I looked for mine. I have all these books everywhere, and I'm like,
you'll find it. It's somewhere, because who actually gives away or throws away a box set of Narnia? No one ever.
That's right. No one ever.
No one ever. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I do want to say, for those watching, please feel free to put in the chat any questions for Patti. And also, we'd like to know, what's your favorite Patti Callahan Henry book or character, and why? We'd like to share some of that love with Patti today. So please put it in the chat.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying I always like hearing it, because it's such a wide variety, and I think it's interesting to me that we want to be able to peg our best book or what people love the most, but you can't, because everybody loves something different. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. And because I figured out how to look at the chat without playing the video like I did the last time. Anissa Armstrong, who you know, definitely know more about Narnia than the vast majority of people, and it shows in this book for sure.
Thank you.
So, we're getting some very interesting feedback. People are still waiting for their copies. Some of them have already arrived, and it's like Christmas. They're all excited.
Everyone's
I know,
so
and it's so
excited.
great that people are getting them early because it's not out till Tuesday. So
Yeah.
anything I'm doing from now, probably through the rest of the week, is the time where you talk about the book, but people haven't read it. So
Right.
you can talk more about where it came from, or what the inspiration behind the characters were, and they don't know yet what they're getting into, and I love that. It feels very expectant. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm sure now it's probably been watered a little bit because you do have an event like this afternoon and tonight and tomorrow.
You get to see our favorite happy hour co-host and librarian and podcast host Ron Block today.
Yay!
At 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock this afternoon, if y'all aren't busy. And Ron and I are with my dear Paula McLean. Y'all know Paula.
Cool.
Paris wife and all of that. So we'll be together at 3 if you're not sick of me by the end of this.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, for those that haven't,
no way.
Yeah,
I'm done.
We're done. Once we're done, we're done. No.
I have some hot tea.
Sure everyone will tune in. Just for those that may have been living under a rock and aren't familiar with Once Upon a Wardrobe, can you give us a little pitch about the book?
Oh, I would love to. So the year is 1950. It's winter. We're in a small town in England called Worcester, England. And you think I would have chosen a town I could pronounce. But that's the town that came to me. That is the village where when the little character George visited me, that's where he lived, and there was nothing I could do about it. So Worcester is this small, beautiful village outside Oxford in London, where Worcestershire sauce is made and where this very famous china is made. Worcester China. There's the factory there, but the River Severn runs right through this beautiful village. And in this village is a small stone cottage. And in this small stone cottage lives a mom and a dad and a little boy named George and his sister Megs. George is 8 years old and he is ill and he reads a lot. And he has a wild imagination. And in October of 1950, as I said, exactly 71 years ago this week, a new book burst onto the scene called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And George read it back to front and front to back. He would hide in his wardrobe and try to pop the back out, try to walk into this magical land. And he was fascinated by everything in it. But mostly he was fascinated by how an extraordinary world could live right inside our ordinary world. And could that be true? So his sister, Megs, who is 17 and a math and physics genius, a prodigy. She attends Oxford University, Somerville College, because that is the college that allowed women in 1950. FYI, for any mystery fans, it's the same college that Dorothy L. Sayers attended. And she attends this college at Oxford, and she comes home for the weekend. And George tells her about this book and says, I know that the author teaches at your university. I want you to find him, and I want you to ask him where this magical land came from. She says, that's ridiculous. It's a made-up story for children. It's imagination. It's the world is founded on logic. Einstein is going to find the theory of everything, and he is going to prove that the world is an equation. It is a mathematical, logical equation. These are just silly stories. But he doesn't give up, and he asks her to read it. And against her better judgment, she does. And when she finishes, she tells him he is right. They need to find out where this magical land came from. So she tracks down the professor at Oxford University in a funny, kind of embarrassing scene and says, just real quick, you just got to tell me real quick, and then I'll leave you alone. Just tell me really quickly where the magical land came from. But that's not what he does. And he doesn't answer her the way she expects or the way we as the reader expect it. And he just begins to tell her stories about his life. Dark stories, light stories, stories full of joy and happiness, and stories full of despair and brokenness. And as he's telling her these stories, George and Meg set off on adventures. And that's all I'm going to tell you.
Yay.
That is a great teaser.
Well, I mean,
Pre-order your book.
and that is all I had when I first started writing. So that is what I knew right there. What I just told you is all I knew when I first sat down to write this book. And everything that came after that grew out of this myth and imagination versus logic. And how do we reconcile the two? And can we plant our flag in one or plant our flag in the other? Or can we meld them? Do we have to live in an either or world? Or can we live in an and both world? And that's all I knew when I started writing it. So
It's amazing. Well, we have a little surprise guest for you who I'm going to
Who is
admit
it?
right now.
who is it? Who is it? I don't have my glasses
For those
on.
of you that don't know, we want to welcome Ashley Warlick, author and book buyer from M. Judson Bookstores in Greenville, and our favorite boozy book brunch host. Welcome, Ashley.
Hi.
Cheers.
Reaching through the
Cheers.
screen to hug you. Hi, love.
Hi. I'm so excited for you, Patty. We're so excited to see you on Thursday.
Yes, it's countdown time. In fact, off screen, we were just talking about you and saying what are the things we were the most looking forward to.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad. And we're so excited too. And I think the event is sold out. I mean, we had like a couple tickets on Friday. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I left you a message about that.
oh, you did?
We got to sneak
Okay.
Amanda in there.
Well, I can talk to you later, Brenda.
Yes. We'll do that off screen.
Okay,
Those
absolutely.
of you out there who don't know Ashley helps run and coordinate and is an incredible author herself of a book called The
Yes.
Arrangement. And she and I have bonded over stories and fairy tales and structure and books. And she helps run M. Judson's in Greenville. I'm so happy to see you.
I know. This is fun. This is really fun. Well, so what are you guys doing today?
So we are celebrating with, this is a tea, but I already ate my lemon poppy seed muffin before I came. And she's drinking tea and I'm in a hotel room. So I can't.
I have a mimosa.
I don't have any tea. I have some water over there that I'm but we're
That's
just
okay.
celebrating and being so happy that because we couldn't do this a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Number one, see people in real life. But number two, kick off a book tour with friends in fiction because the community has been so meaningful to us over the past 19 months, sustained us, as you well know.
I do. And what I think is, it feels like, I mean, I've gotten to know the writers over the last year that are the core of Friends in Fiction, and y'all really love each other. And as readers and as booksellers and as fans of your work, we can see that. And it's just really fun to be around. So we're looking forward to seeing you later this week. And I hope you guys have a lovely launch brunch for Once Upon a Wardrobe.
Thanks for dropping by.
Thanks so much, Ashley, for
I can't wait to
taking
see
the
you in a
time
couple
to
days, my friend.
come.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited.
M. Judson is a great bookstore if anybody's near Greenville.
Yeah.
It's an awesome
Worth the
place.
road trip. Worth the road
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me and Brenda love it, and we will see you soon for sure.
Absolutely.
Because
Thanks,
we want to
guys.
go to another boozy book brunch.
we have one more this year. So Boozy Book Club Brunch is something I do with my friend Elizabeth, who's a chocolatier. So it's at her shop, and Lisa and Brenda came up for was it our September one?
What's the next
August.
one?
It was August. Okay. So the next one's in December. I think it's December 11th.
Oh, you have the date. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's December 11th. And Elizabeth will get tickets posted shortly on her website. That's LaRue Fine Chocolate in Greenville. But I pick books that I'm interested in and that I think would make great book club conversations. And I talk about them, and we drink wine and eat chocolate, and it's great.
Will you bring some of that chocolate to my event on
Oh,
Thursday?
hell yes. I will. Have a great time.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Ashley. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, Ashley. Thank you so much.
So when she reminded me, when she said that, 2 interviews I did recently for this book, like podcast interviews, that come out later, both mentioned something I didn't pick up on, which is that in Once Upon a Wardrobe, there you meet some of the Inklings, which were C.S. Lewis's writing group, which is part of why Narnia exists, is because he and his friend J.R.R. Tolkien looked at Lewis and they said, there's no children's books like E. Nesbit or Beatrix Potter. There's no good children's books anymore.
Mhm.
And they both said, well, if we need to write what we want to read. And that's where Lord of the Rings and Narnia came from. And a couple podcasters have pointed out to me that they feel like our Friends in Fiction group is like our Inklings. And I would include you in that. And I just think that's a fantastic, we support each other, we brainstorm, we run stuff by y'all. What do you think? Like, it's so collaborative in that way. And
then you have your writing sprints, which is this, I thought was the coolest thing when y'all were doing that.
Yeah. Yep.
That is an interesting.
Tours are over. We got to get back on it. But now we're all back on the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but you know what? I wonder about this, and I know our time is flying by, but I wonder like how much different, I know it's different because of COVID.
Yeah.
But how different is it that now when you go to somewhere to visit, you have the Friends in Fiction audience coming to see you, and tell me what that's like.
What it does, aside from, making us happy and feeling, feeling cared for, is that it's a huge reminder that we are a community. It is not just about me, for dang sure. It is not just about Mary Kay or just about Christy or just about Brenda or Lisa or Ron or Kristen. It is about the community. And they come as much to see us speak as they come to see each other. Because they kind of talk about it and say, who's going to this one, who's going to that one. And I know that there was a group from Pensacola, Santa Rosa, who were in Fairhope, and they made a girls trip out of it. And they all watch Friends in Fiction, and they talk about it, and they want to know if there's any gossip, which there's not. And the gossip is we love each other and we're having a blast. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's about it,
Me and Brenda get so many questions, and we're like, no, they love each other. Everything's fine. Like, it's wonderful. It's a family.
Yeah.
So funny when people ask questions like
People love drama, don't they?
Yeah.
Readers love drama, but we're all fine.
Well, sometimes we just get questions that are like, what does this mean or what does that mean? And we're like, well, we're the book club host, but we don't know everything.
That's hilarious.
So we'll forward that on.
That's hilarious.
We have so much love for you in the chat, Patti. There's so much love for you in the chat.
Aww.
You'll have to go back and look at some of these, but everyone is just super excited about the book. And like you said, they're talking about in the chat who's going to which of your events this week. We've got some Spartanburg people. We've got some people that are going to be in Greenville, which we'll also get to see Brenda. And tomorrow night, I will see you in Atlanta with Mary Kay Andrews. I'm super excited about that. I get to meet you in person.
I know, none of us have met in person.
I know. And that, you know what? Somebody asked me that the other day and I was like, yeah, I've definitely met them in person. And then I was like, no, I haven't. But
I
but it
haven't.
feels like I
But
have.
it feels like it does. It does for me
Yes.
too. But
It
I have to
does.
stop and think, no, you
No.
know,
And Wednesday night, for the real launch, where we can talk in much deeper, because I know this was just a tease, so we'll let you go. But we have Alice Hoffman. So talk about magic. And then I'm with the book club in
So exciting.
where we can talk about spoilers. And so I've been putting
Yes.
something up every Monday morning to kind of.
yes, thank
We
you.
love it. We love all the behind the scenes.
So
We love all the behind the scenes.
Oh, I have to add, when you were talking about drama, Barbara Wojcik says, no drama other than MKA's dramatic acting in that Once Upon a Wardrobe. Shout out.
did you guys see it today? I wish we could play it right now. So I left my house.
Loved it.
I left my house at 5:45 a.m. this morning in Alabama to drive up here to North Carolina. And I was about halfway up and I stopped for gas and I checked my phone, and our little text string, there was like cinematic, genius masterpiece. I was like, what are they talking about? Like looking for coffee. I like don't know what's happening. And I looked at it and I just sat in some nowhere gas station laughing, hilarious, like tears pouring down my face. If y'all haven't found it, go to Mary Kay Andrews.
It's hilarious.
Hilarious. She's she's the best. She is our drama. Or when she forgets to say certain words on the show. That's about as drama filled as we get.
But we all love it when she forgets, because it's
I know,
hilarious.
Yes, that's comedic interest.
Exactly right.
Oh, that's so funny. So you
Well, there
have a
are-
long day. Oh, go ahead, Lisa.
I was just gonna read a few of the comments of people saying their favorite books.
Okay.
Claire says, Bookshop at Water's End is my favorite Patti book. I loved surviving Savannah and learning about the ship and passengers through artifacts that have been discovered.
That's awesome.
And then Donna says, I have a hard time picking a favorite because I found that I seem to pick up all of Patti's books.
Oh.
And we have quite a few surviving Savannahs.
That's awesome.
Um,
That book stole my heart and years of my life.
yeah.
I can't
Carrie
believe
says,
that.
I love all of Patti's books. Too hard to pick just one. My favorite changes depending on my mood. So today I picked The Bookshop at Waters.
That's awesome.
Oh,
And Barbara says, it's Patti Callahan Day today. She is in competition with football, but she trumps it all.
Okay, so could there be a better way to start book tour than I just trumped football? That's
I know, right?
perfect note. That's amazing.
That's pretty amazing. And we had a couple of requests in the chat for us to play Mary Kay's video, but I am not confident
I'm
in
not
my
that
ability.
tech savvy.
I don't
Isn't
think
it
I
on
can.
It's on Instagram.
Oh, it's
right?
on Insta, then I couldn't do it either. Anyway,
It's on Facebook too. It's
Oh, it
definitely.
is on Facebook? Okay.
I mean, I
saw
could
on
try it, but I don't feel very good about executing it.
If you go to her Instagram or Facebook, what we'll do, if it's on Facebook, I'll share it to the book club page.
I was gonna say we'll just put it on the book club page. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll share it.
Oh
on
my
there so you
gosh,
guys
I can at
see
least
it.
see the picture, y'all.
it's hilarious.
It's
It is
hilarious.
hilarious.
Mary Poppins, or she's half Irish, half British. She can't choose an accent. It's hilarious.
Okay, I'm gonna
It's really
try
funny.
to share it.
Oh, this would be great.
Okay,
Just
And
let's
see.
do it.
Oh my gosh, you're doing it.
Let's go.
Wait, hold on. Let me start it again because I'm afraid I didn't have the sound. Okay, share sound.
Brenda.
We're live, folks. We are live.
Facebook. Now you're like tech savvy.
It's me, Mary Kay Andrews Poppins, popping in to tell you that this week my bestie, buddy in the world, Patti Callahan's new book, Once Upon a Wardrobe, will be coming at you. That's right, it's out finally on Tuesday. But now, Monday night, we'll be at Foxtail Books together in Woodstock, Georgia, and we'll be together. And
I'll be there
Tuesday night,
too.
I can't decide if I'm Irish or English right now. Tuesday night, we'll be at the amazing Paris Market in downtown Savannah at 5:30 for a magical book party, and we want everyone to come. Then we'll be in Florida, I don't know, months, days, I can't keep up. Anyway, pre-order your book. Get your book, Once Upon a Wardrobe, or Mary Kay Poppins Andrews will pop over and pop you on the head.
Oh my gosh, I am dying. That is, hi Patty. There I am with brushed hair. Oh,
Yeah, you can
I'm
stop
sorry.
sharing
I
your
can stop
screen.
sharing now.
that was hilarious. Can you think of a better way to start this week? No.
No, I cannot. She did
That was it. That was
that.
the
Yeah,
best
that was
way.
a showstopper.
But
I
then
think
again,
it's time to
for her
stop.
party, I wore
She's
a
like-
Santa hat with feet on it. So come on.
The hat was hilarious. And she's like,
With
hello,
the feet.
duckies. Like,
It had
It was sort of Cockney and then Irish and then,
a little bit of everything.
yeah, a little bit of everything right there in one clip. Well, that's hilarious.
Oh, y'all, thank you. What a great way to start. Thank you. Thank you.
we love
Thanks
you
so
so
much,
much.
Patty.
Have
Yeah,
a
take-
great week. I will see you tomorrow
See
night.
you days, you guys.
It
Monday's
will be.
far away and it's tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
We can't
Bye.
stress enough. If you have not ordered this book yet, do so now.
You
What are you
must.
waiting for? And if you have already ordered it, go ahead and order another one for a friend. The holidays are coming up. It'll make a wonderful gift.
Christmas gift.
And just keep on ordering and buying and reading and enjoying.
All right, y'all. Take
Take
care.
care. Bye-bye.
Happy Pub Week. Oh, so fun.
Oh, she's so much fun.
Good for you for sharing the video on the fly.
Well, I was afraid it would echo. That's why I was reluctant to do it. But
No, it was great.
but that was well worth it. And thanks those who are staying with us. I believe this means we're in an after show.
Woo, after show.
Yep.
Just a little
I-
quick after show.
You know, I just really can't stress enough how much this book is just so powerful. And when I emailed Patty, I used the word breathtaking, and I was totally serious because it's an awesome book to read by the fire. That's the other thing. I was like, I wish I were curled up and somebody would make me
Well,
fire.
the weather turned today. Yesterday, I had on a t-shirt and shorts when I left the house. I didn't leave for long, but I left the house. And when I got home in the evening, it was like 50 degrees. And I'm like, oh, it's finally fall here in Atlanta. And this morning I woke up and it was like 49 degrees. And I'm like, what in the world is happening? I'm not prepared for this. So
I know. They said
now's
at
the
Braves-
time to read by the fireplace.
They said at the Braves game on the telecast yesterday that it was 50 something degrees in Atlanta, and I thought,
Mhm.
what? You
Yeah.
know, but then this morning I could feel it too, because I mean our weather's pretty close. So I had to turn on my little bit of heat today.
I'm waiting. I'm a hot person, so I'm just gonna see how it goes. If it's really fall or it's just like our little fake fall, because we always get a
Oh,
little
I think
bit
it's
and then it
fake
gets hot
fall.
again, and so we'll see.
I mean, there are
But-
plenty of Christmases that are warmer than this, so
Yeah.
I'm not real optimistic. But I'll be the one who's complaining when it is cold, so you can't really, judge by that. Well, I am so excited that you're going to be able to see what Patty and Mary Kay
Yes.
at Foxtail
For those in
tomorrow.
Atlanta, tomorrow night at Foxtail in Woodstock, Patty and Mary Kay will be there. So, and I will be there too. So I'd love to see fellow Friends in Fiction fans and friends, and love to see you guys. So come out if you're here. And then we've got next Sunday, we've got a pre-pub day with Christy live from Oxford Exchange, which will be really
Oh.
cool. We won't be there, but she'll be there. We wish.
Yeah, and that may be a first too when they're live from a book event.
Yeah, so
Or one of our.
that has the potential to be really funny.
Yes, and then this is a busy week because there's the Wednesday normal Friends in Fiction, then Sunday's pre-pub day with Christy from Oxford Exchange, and then Monday night is our book club with Paige Crutcher. And I know somebody who is a little excited about that with her witchy
Who?
book.
Who is it? Who's excited? I don't know who you're talking about. What are you referencing, PB? Oh, me? Yeah, just a little.
Yes, you witchy woman.
Yeah,
Oh, goodness.
that will be a fun time. We've got a fun next couple of weeks planned. So we hope you guys stick with us. And thank you for joining us on a Sunday early brunch hour. I think this is our first brunch hour event. It was
I
fun.
think so. But
This
thanks,
is our
everyone.
normal time. Me and Brenda are always together
Oh
around
yeah, this is our
time.
planning time normally. Believe it or not, we do plan.
Y'all
All right,
can't
y'all.
tell, but we actually do plan sometimes.
Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we're going to have a great book week this week. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.